Okay, good night, teacher. This is our APG 4, and this is related with lesson plan models. So let's start with the first lesson plan models. The author for this lesson plan is Juan Carlos Cortés. He considered a CALA's lesson plan model. As you can see, this model has a lot of aspects. As you can see, language objectives. And on the other hand, we have another lesson plan model. The author for this lesson plan is Nida Temis, and she considered experiential learning a lesson plan. And finally, this lesson plan model, the author is Carol Ann Tomilson, and this lesson plan is differentiate instruction model.
The next lesson plan, the topic is the workshop model lesson plan. The author is Molman. In this article, the workshop model lesson plan is step 5 of the DP curriculum design process. The workshop model, the lesson plan builds on the work on the unit plan lesson overview by developing the full agenda and identify the other related information of the lesson. The workshop sample agenda for the class, including mini lesson components, practice, and the recap. The second lesson plan is the topic is the response to interventions. The author is the Newman. The responses to interventions is referent into the No Children Left Behind, acts as a way to in the Individuals with the Disabilities Education Act. The RTL represents a systematic method for evaluating the needs of all the students and for rating positive students outcome through careful, selected, and implemented interventions. It's also may be to assist the school in identifying students who may require more intensive instructional service and or be eligible for exceptional student education program. And the finally, lesson plan, the topic is the institutional design models. What are revolutions? The author is Quines Farwadi. This article runs on institutional design and knowledge construction models to identify the benefits of this model for knowledge transfers, the inputs and outputs. In this article, the importance of having a good instructions and motivate our young students to acquire knowledge, remember, and at the same time to keep learning. Thank you.
Okay, and the next model of lesson planning, according Douglas Fisher, the learning objectives should be your lesson planning, not the other way around, especially in subjects like English. Focus on your objectives first can make sure your students are learning effectively. And the second, according Cassandra Kollner, this lesson plan incorporates art as a visual medium, learning itself to accepting and decorative curriculum. In the example art lesson plan below, the teacher inserts visual examples that they use during the lesson directly into the lesson plan. Next, please. Okay, the third model lesson plan, according Betty Andrew, if you conducting a difficult lessons such as hands-on science project, it can be handy to help yourself and your students by outline expectations. A checklist can be a great way to make your science lesson plan an effective possibility. And the first lesson plan, a model lesson plan, in this lesson plan created by Richard James, aims to measure the times of the each activity so that class and perfectly on time. Programming is a great skill that should be incorporated into any study plan.
Okay, so far we have given a little of what each is about the lesson plan model, 10 lesson plan model and its authors, but we have considered only one lesson plan model. But why? Okay, we chosen this. This is an experiential learning lesson plan model. We consider this lesson plan because it has a lot of aspects to follow. As you can see, we have the title of lesson. That is important because it give the students what are they going to do, the goals, and learning objectives. What are the students are going to achieve? The purpose, this is something new in this lesson plan model or a CALAS model. Sorry, experiential lesson learning lesson model. And the prior teacher preparation, what are they going to, what are the teacher are going to do, or why the teacher are going to work with the students. The materials or resources that is important in all the lesson plans. And as you can see, we have steps or activities to follow, 8 activities. The firstly is in the introduction of the topic, and exploration. As you can see, exploration has what do it. What are they going? The students are going to do. Sharing what happened with the students or what happening with the students during the lesson plan or in the class. For processing what is important and generalizing. So what? Application, now what? And the assessment. The assessment is another aspect, another new aspect in the lesson plan, is that help the teacher if the student achieve knowledge about this new topic. And finally, self-evaluation. And that was all, teacher, and this is our references.